Hi, we are at Next2Sun's booth. We are interviewing Sascha Krause-Tuenker about what is his perception of vertical agri-PV at the moment. Sascha, could you please explain us which are the major developments over the last 12 months in terms of agri-PV and what's the general understanding of vertical PV systems?
Yeah. First of all, I think we see a really international movement in the direction of agrivoltaics. A lot of regulation coming up. Also quite different ones. If we see the different European countries or countries even outside of Europe, there's happening a lot, and many people care for the agrivoltaics regulation, which from our perspective is very good, since it will be. I think we also still need to learn. But we need to start now and to scale it up. And that's what happened in different countries, in Italy, in Germany, France, and many other countries as well. And I think this is a very good development, since agrivoltaics gives the chance simply to keep the land arable and make it possible to keep the agriculture and do the PV as an add-on. Yeah?
And would you be able to say more or less how much did the market grow over the last 12 months? And or also in terms of your own sales, if it is possible to give a metric, some measurement of this growth?
Yeah, I think we are quite in the beginning right now, but we see that the different countries have the goals to scale it up to megawatt, like gigawatt, like Italy or also Germany. And we expect that it really starts right now. We had last year reinstalled around 40 megawatt, which is still not that much. Yeah, so we see the general development.
To understand, how much did you install in 2023?
In 2023, it was around half of it.
Okay, so an increase of 100%.
Yes, but still, I think the figures are quite low compared to what we expect, what's coming next. Especially for the vertical system, we see some additional advantages apart from its perfect fit to the agricultural use. Due to the electricity production profile, with the production
in the morning and in the evening. Which also is quite good given the current conditions of the grids.
Yeah, exactly. It's a question of grid and it's a question of electricity market. In Germany, we are already, in a way, on the second half of the energy transition, since we are more than 50% renewable energy, and then we get all the challenges that the grid is full, especially in summertime at noon, that the electricity prices go to zero or even below at noon. And all these issues can be avoided. Of course, we are now scaling up storage everywhere, which is very good. But we can also cope with vertical by simply producing in the morning and evening hours and not at noon. Yeah? And this is
and which geographies are more interested in vertical systems?
It depends mainly on two. It depends on the one hand on the latitude and on the other hand, but also on the ground albedo. So we see this system generally nearly everywhere. The more you get away from the equator, there are maybe a little bit better relative performances compared to conventional PV. There we really outperform them. But also, for example, in Italy or so, we get quite similar production to conventional PV. So we see this as a topic nearly in all countries.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
We are now with Jerome Lintz to discuss a bit the developments over the last months in terms of vertical agri-PV in Italy. What are the major developments over the last 12 months? And do you think that Italy really is stepping up its interests also? And do you think that has to do with the agri-PV support schemes that are already in place? And if so, how much of the support schemes is going to be directed toward vertical PV in terms of percentage, for instance?
So in the last 12 months, we really saw scale up because of the PNRR funding, which was last year in September. A lot more interest on or focus on this theme, so Agri-PV, and we have a lot of projects. So I would say more than 20 megawatts in the planning or also already in the permitting. So the PNRR needs to be finished next year. Every project which was in this.
In June 2026.
Yes, exactly. And so I see that it is a good market and it will develop even more. And the starting for that was, in my eyes, the PNRR. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you.